So what we're going to do now is two different types of release exercises, which are going to be for different areas of our rib cage. So the first one is our lower rib cage. So for the ladies, again, it's down near your bra line area, which particularly for ladies who are big-breasted, because obviously you have to wear a tight bra for your size, often is a really troublesome spot with tightness for a lot of ladies. So we're going to show you how to release that. Then once we've done that, we're going to do some pec release, which is up and through here. So I hope my cameraman Dan's able to get the right angle for that, because it's obviously covered by clothes. So first one is in through here. You're going to be lying very much on the side of your rib cage, and what I want you to do is roll forward a little bit and also roll back. And what you'll do is you'll find a spot, and it usually will make you squint your eye a little bit. It'll be quite sore, and that's a trigger point. Once you find that spot, then you do some arm lifts. So first type is just up like that, and then if you want to add a little bit more, you can also come across your body. Okay, so for me this is quite tender, and what you'll find if you do 3 or 4 arm lifts, it'll start to release it, and then you can roll either forward or back, and everybody's different, so you'll have to find your spot for yourself. And then you can do the arm lifts again. So what we're doing is essentially trying to find trigger points in through that lower rib cage area, which is essentially where the lat attaches to. There, which is a really strong shoulder muscle, and that's why we're adding in the shoulder movement. Okay, so I've had a couple of trigger points there that I've released nicely. I'm just going to find one more. So often there's some forward and back of where the main side one is. I'm talking trigger points here when I'm saying that. You can also add to it a little bit by doing your deep breathing again, because some of those trigger points will not necessarily be your lat. Sometimes they'll actually be your intercostals. Alright, we're now going to move to our other side. Through here. And it's quite common for many of us to be asymmetric with this, in terms of to have one side that's quite a lot tighter than the other. And so for me, my left side is often the side that I find the most tight. So here we go, you find the right spot. Once you've got it, you'll bring your arms up like this. Okay, so the reason we're often asymmetric with this kind of stuff is because most of us humans have one side that is stronger than the other. That's quite sore for me. And therefore, one side that activates a bit differently. And we also, as a general rule, have one side of the body that we use a lot more than the other, which means we often twist in different directions. We can have an ongoing impact through our rib cage, which can mean there's muscle tightness in different parts. Okay, and then now I'm just going to go a bit backwards. Again, you'll find your spot in through that side of the rib cage, and if it's not kind of hurting you, you're probably not going to be doing a lot with this. So you really need to find your spot, and you should be putting a fair bit of weight through here. Okay. And then arm up. This is going to be our last couple. Okay. So that was our side trigger point release, and our next one's going to be a bit more difficult to find for a lot of people, particularly for large-breasted ladies, is our pec release. So with this one, you do need to be arm up like this, and so you'll need to get the edge of the foam roller with this, and you're really looking to get it underneath your armpit. And if you do a bit of an arm movement here, it's in through this area here. And it's a lot like the side trigger point, that you'll find the spot, and if it kind of doesn't really take your breath away, then you're probably not on the spot, which is it's a trigger point release that we're looking to do. So for me, it's just under here to the side of my boot. And then often, a lot of the time, you will not be able to put your full body weight through this because it is quite tender. And then you're just going to be rolling, using your other hand to control up and down with this one. Okay, a lot of people find that if you then also change the angle of your elbow and then move up and down with your shoulder blade, then that can be a really helpful way to get this trigger point nicely. And also a big deep breath again. Just going to do 2 deep breaths. And then a couple of more shoulder shrugs, and then we'll move to the other side. Okay, which will spin around for that one. Okay, alright. So we'll spin around to do the other side. Which is about the ankle. So again, I'm in through here, armpit. Side boob, some people might call it. In through here. And I'm using my right hand, in this case, to help the foam roller. I've made sure I've got the right spot, and then once I have, then I'm moving my shoulder blade up and down, because we're trying to release the pec with this. The pec attaches to our shoulder blade, and that is why shoulder blade movement will help this one to relax nicely. And again, once we're here, a couple of deep breaths, trying to get the air to the top of my rib cage will really help with this one as well. I'm just going to roll. Again, usually you can find a few different spots. I'm rolling a little bit further down now to get the lower segments of that pec, and then just repeating the process. Okay, so these trigger point releases, usually you can guide yourself on how long you need. For a lot of people, 30 seconds to a minute is more than enough to achieve a good release, which is what we've done here today. Okay, but for other people, they may need a little bit longer. Particularly for people who have very, very big pec muscles. Okay? Alright,